Hello, my name's Dibs. I'm a Norfolk-based landscape photographer and I spend most of my time on the coast in the area where I live, photographing the coastlines and changes around here. And for those who don't know my work, I normally print on either fine art papers or on lustre, sort of the dry oyster paper, which is one of my sort of go-tos really. I sell a lot of my work on my website, and normally when we can, I'm selling a lot of my work at craft fairs as well. This year's obviously been, well, the last year's been a little bit different as well, so I've not been doing so much of that, but still through my website I have still been printing a fair bit as well. I was contacted by the guys at PermaJet to give this new lustre paper. It's a double-sided 295 GSM paper. They wanted me just to give it a little bit of a whirl to see what I thought of it, and again, this is something which I had never ever really given much of a thought about, double-sided paper. And then they just said, think about what you'd use it for. And actually, after not too long, to be honest, I started thinking about when I lay my work out, when I'm doing the craft fairs. You normally have like a 6-foot table and you're just cluttered full of prints. Actually, this is going to allow me to have the print in the sleeve double-sided, so rather than having 30 prints laid on the table, I'm just going to have 15. So this is going to look absolutely great. There's no image quality loss whatsoever on either side of this print, and you can see I've been handling this, having a good old look at it in the light as well. Very, very durable, as are all the papers that they make as well. But the main thing is there's absolutely no colour loss or any detail loss whatsoever in here. I've printed this image here of Haysborough more times than I can count. Really, really popular photo. Everybody in the area sort of loves Haysborough and wants a nice memory of it, and the beautiful golden sunlight on here as well. What you've got in here though is you've got detail in the sand, on the stones around here, the rocks going right the way across the photo, and then you've got these tricky bits of colour coming through here as well. This paper has handled it so well. I'll hold it up, hopefully you can see that okay, and I'll move it around a little bit, but yeah, you should get a good indication there of how well that image is sort of handled on there as well. I wasn't expecting it to not perform in the slightest, but double-sided paper, I didn't know what to think of it to start off with, and I say this paper is just as good as any lustre that I've been using, like the dry oyster or anything like that as well. And this one here, exactly the same again. So this is Caister, really frosty, misty morning this was when this one here was taken. And you've got beautiful slithers of golden light just catching off the sea defences here, and it's just highlighting the froth in the water, and every single bit of detail retained in those shots on there. Exactly the same again with the wind turbines coming up here, tiny catch of light as well just coming up on the actual post on there as well. And have a little look on there, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's just held the detail so well for a paper which is double-sided. I say it's yeah, I'm really looking forward to this and being able to tidy up my sort of presentation really at these craft fairs, just by having these laid out and just being able to just tell the customer just to flip them over as well. A bit less to be carrying in as well, so rather than 2 boxes of print I'll only have 1 as well. And yeah, it's nice and thick, it really is nice and thick as well. And I guess you can maybe even make some nice little cards out of these as well. But it's for me though, it's definitely going to be the print base on this as well, for a portfolio showing off the work, and then having some sleeves and some books perhaps as well, sort of double-sided. Is how you get nice size prints out there. You'll flip through them in a book, both sides, really nice and straightforward as well. So yeah, I just like to say thanks very much PermaJet. Another absolutely top quality paper there you're going to have in your catalogue as well. Really looking forward to adding this one here to the collection and using it when needed as well. So all the best, take care and goodbye.